Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new giveaway purchase that comes with the Shire. Now, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be talking about, and don't expect me to name who is who, so I have yet to see the film. But what we're going to do in this upload is we're actually going to get the thing unboxed, see if there's a special instruction booklet, do a very quick speed build because there is only 181 pieces, and then we'll do a quick review at the very end of this video. So, with that being said, let's get to it. So if you are trying to backtrack on the aftermarket, this is item number 40761. It is 181 pieces from the Lord of the Rings, the third film. It is Smeagol and Deagol, I do believe. And I do also believe that this is not a love story. This is probably one of the most graphic scenes, supposedly, that I am yet to see. I have seen the first one a couple of times, but not yet got on to the third film. So I am only about 24 years behind, and I will soon see for myself why this set is so shocking to people. But let me know in the comments below what you think of the reason why they've decided to put this with the set that they've done it with, considering the other sets that are already out with the Lord of the Rings franchise. But, like I said, what we're going to do is open this thing up now before we do a very quick speed build. So it's got the push tabs on the back end, so we'll get this thing ripped open, and we will take a look-see. So, should be nice and simple. Looks like we've got one bag number one, one bag number two, a little bit of a base, obviously, to build the bits and pieces up. There is a bag 3, the instruction booklet is there, and that is it. That is everything that you get for free when you get this set currently. Now, the instruction booklet, they're always dinky, teeny and tiny, but you can obviously download them off the LEGO website if you want to. Is there anything in here with regards to the reasoning why? No, it just starts straight away. So I have heard a few people wondering why this was built, and I have already been told the graphic scenes and nature of this, but we will keep it clean. But it probably should be an 18. Well, it is technically an 18. So they can get away with it because it is meant for adults and the scene is meant for adults. So it is what it is. But if you are looking for the box artwork on a minifigs and bricks store or anything like that, that is the side flap. So if it is in their side on, that's what you're going to be looking for. If it's there at the top, that is what you're going to be looking at the box. That is what you're looking at on the side, which doesn't give too much detail at all. And then, of course, you've got that at the back again with regards to, more than likely, the actual scene of those two. And I think with regards to the secondary face print, with how evil one of them is looking when the other one grabs the ring, can kind of imagine what's going to happen. And I'm assuming it happens involving the water, which makes it even more worse. So what we are going to do now is going to go to a speed build very quickly, and then we'll see the size of this thing built. And just like that, we are done. It's a cute little thing. It will look quite nice on display, I think. But I did make a massive schoolboy error on bag number one. You can see me take it all apart and put it back together again. Not actually used the instruction booklet for ages with the bigger sets. I've started to get used to the bits and pieces online. So, spare pieces that it comes with. You can already see that you get a couple of spare rings in there, but you also get some weird and wonderful elements left. So you could, if you wanted to, add a little bit more foliage and things like that. So you get given a spare fishing line, You get given a spare, whatever that's supposed to be. I'm assuming that's supposed to be a fishing rod. Then we have a spare sort of tree thing going on. So I have got 2 in there, but there is space for actually 4 of them if you wanted to. So I can fill that up. You've got a spare one of those if you need to, for whatever reason, put one of those in, because it's a tree root. So you could, if you wanted to, make this a little bit more beefy and meaty if you wanted to. And I think what a lot of people want to know is, yes, you do get 3 different rings, which I think is actually more than what you got with the Rivendell set. Because the Rivendell set, I think you only got 2. So that's not bad going. So there is your elements and spare pieces of all the little different bits and pieces that comes with this giveaway. And then we'll move on to the giveaway itself. So with regards to the scale, because, well, it's going to be quite difficult to show you the actual scale of this thing, I have this. It is literally the length of the Harry Potter little vehicle, and it is spot on with regards to the sizing and things like that. So I think it's going to work really, really well with regards to just having it on the shelf. Or, of course, once I've actually seen the scene, you might be able to make it as a much larger diorama. And I do believe it comes on a very similar base to what the newer Jaws set comes like as well. So we get the minifigures off, so we can have a quick look at the little bits and pieces. So we've got a little boat just up here that you can see spins around, and there's a fair bit of detail going on at the top. So you can fit them both in if you wanted to, or I guess you can have one swimming, or, well, even worse if you wanted to, going on underneath, so you might be able to recreate the scene. I've got a rough idea of what it's about. It is brutal. So you've got the fish and you've got the ring, which is obviously supposed to be in the water. They've layered all the bits and pieces up underneath, which is something I really appreciate. So with regards to how the water and everything goes on the blue, you're well over all the bits, so it's not going to fall apart, which is great. And the same thing for the base. So you can just hold it and shake it around and throw it about, and it's not going to be flimsy and horrible and just fall apart, which is absolutely fantastic. You can see the layering carries on just over here as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers going all the way across the top, and you can see it going across the back. You've got the different tree roots, so again, you can expand this out and do whatever it is that you wanted to do with it. And then you've got a little bit more of a gap at the back, so you can see some little bits and pieces. But with regards to the actual build, you can see it's simple enough. 3 bags. As long as you don't make a mistake like me, you'll fly through it. But you do get some little spare bits. And with regard to the minifigure, because I have just spotted it on the box, if you wanted to recreate it for whatever reason, this bit, I do believe, is supposed to go down here for whatever reason, and it will just clip on, and then you can just have that in there, or you can do whatever you want to do with it. Now, talking of minifigures, I don't know which one is what. I'm assuming this might be Smeagol, because it came, the name of the box is Smeagol, and this is the first one that you build, but I could be horrendously wrong, so we will see. But we'll strip this one down and we'll see the dual faces. So you can see it's got the really, really nice print and everything up on the front. I wonder if I can put it on this to make it a little bit higher for you. So I'm using the wrong camera for a minifigure, and I always think it comes through a little bit blurry, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. So I think, no, we'll just do that, and I'm just going to hope for the best. So we have got, try again, there we go, little legs. They do not bend, as you can see, and then obviously we've got all of the printing going across the top of the thigh. Then you've got the bits and pieces that go across the top of the waist. Then you've got all the buttons, and then you've got the sort of the belts that go across the shoulders, and then you've got the open bit on there. You can see what facial expression he's got. Why he's got that one, I'm assuming he's just because he's holding his breath, not because, well, something else is happening. And then he's got the nice happy smiley face with regards to, I'm assuming he's found the ring or found the fish that he is after. Now with regards to the hairpiece, that is what this looks like from the front. It is a nice looking little minifigure, and then again from the back, that is what that one looks like. So if you spin it round and put the hairpiece back on, that is your minifigure number 1. And of course he comes with this element just here. Now, number 2 is this one. So by product of elimination, is either Deagol or Smeagol. We have got, again, they're the same height. They've just got slightly different hair, obviously completely different hair pieces, and you have got a hole in the head on this one for whatever reason. But you can see you've got the really nice belt buckle with a nice bit of shine going across the middle, and then you've got the multiple colours going on the jacket. You've got like a deeper brown with some sort of tan buttons, and then you've got the darker brown on the almost like the waistcoat, and then you've got the blue scarf that's going on. Again, you've got the bare foot with the shorts that are going on, because don't forget these guys are, I'm assuming they are hobbits because they're tiny. and I guess that's what unfolds. I'm learning as we go, and then we have got some stitching and everything going across the back, and then you've got the bit that goes across the top of the neck on this one, and again then you've got the evil face on this one, and as it spins round you've then got the happy ones. Of course, well, they all get a little bit demented, don't they, with the ring. So with regards to 2 of these minifigures, I don't know if these are going to be exclusive to this set. I can imagine that this set will never ever be made in a larger scale after hearing what this set is actually all about. But if I actually put you up on a very, very dodgy makeshift stand, will they stay? I think they will. So that, if that's a better look at them, then that's a better look at them. If that's a worse look at them, well, hopefully you've already seen the better look. But guys, that is it. And I am done. So the next video that will follow this one will be the actual Shire itself with regards to the actual builds and everything. The build is ready to go just in the background, so you can see the box of the Shire just over there. So I will be tucking into that very, very shortly indeed. But I just wanted to get this one in first because obviously I am always busy and in a rush, and I have far too much to do today. But again, just a quick recap on this one. If you are looking at this on the second-hand market, is the Lego Icon set from the Lord of the Rings, and it is item number, this is the most important thing, 40761. So if you are well for the future and you want to try and find yourself one of these to go into your collection, that is the SKU number that you need to type in. But guys, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I hope to catch you next one.